29、30、31、32、33、34、35、36、37、38、39、40、41、42、43、29、30、31、32、33、34、35、36、37。我是梁根亮，我是中美乒乓外交亲历者。只有交流多了，社会才能发展。没有机会接触，就没有好的结果。
I'm Judy Horfrost, and my name was Judy Bohensky when I went to China in 1971 for the ping pong diplomacy team. The people-to-people exchange creates an environment in which we can break down barriers so that it makes it easier for our political leaders to come together. Here I am in Beijing. It's been almost 55 years since I was first here in 1971 for an amazing ping pong diplomacy trip. I was in 1971 here. I was right here, and it was just all bicycles, and there were a few buses just packed with people. And here I am on my way to go see Lang Go Lang.
Hey, hello.
你好，
你好，好朋友，好朋友。Good to meet you.
Oh, look at this place.
Yeah.
Capitol Stadium.
50 years.
Almost 55 years, yeah.
好，好，哎呀，
Wow.
哎呀，好
Yeah, look at this.
20,000
people
people.
in 1971.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On table tennis
Yeah.
dish.
55 years ago, a small
Teach
white
tennis.
ball once traveled across a table and across a divide.
Today, just us.
The historical moment later became known as ping pong diplomacy. Today, two ping pong diplomats, Leon Guliang and Judy Horfrost, return to the Beijing Indoor Stadium.
Oh, backhand?
Not some.
Okay, coach.
A venue that hosted an exhibition match in 1971. It all began with a chance encounter in April 1971 at the height of the Cold War. The chain of events that unfolded created one of the most extraordinary and surprising chapters in sporting diplomacy. Following the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, the U.S. refused to recognize China's new government. Diplomatic and economic relations between the two countries were all but frozen. But as the 1970s began, there were signs of a thaw, and relations were given a further unexpected boost due to a chance encounter at the 1971 World Table Tennis Championships in Nagoya, Japan.
There was a huge mystique about the Chinese team, and they were also, to our minds, the gods of table tennis.
Glenn Cowan was an 18-year-old table tennis player on the U.S. team. He arrived at the 1971 World Championships as a two-time U.S. junior champion. On April the 4th, despite having already been knocked out of the competition, Cowan spent the day practicing against other players.
Glenn, true to his nature, missed our bus. we all went on our bus back to our hotel, and he was waved on to the Chinese bus.
Sitting inside the bus was Zhang Zhidong, a three-time world champion. After a brief hesitation, he stood up.
他上错车了，是吧？哎，那我这上错车了，他现在真的是这个主动的欢迎他一起前往体育馆。
科恩张之洞。
Zhengmin Zhe was also a member of China's table tennis team.
这样的一个时刻，确实，这个我们中国队和这个庄顿和这个科恩进行了这样的一个短时间的这么一个热情的一个交流，我觉得是非常好的，也是非常奇迹的一件事情。
As a gesture of friendship, Zheng offered Cohen a silkscreen tapestry. Connie Suarez was on the U.S. team.
Chuang Tse-tung came up to him and shook his hand and gave him a piece that had mountains in it. He just said it was really great. I got to go buy him some gift. I didn't have anything but a comb in my bag, and so I need to give a gift back to him.
There was a lot of press around, and it made the news. And I understand it made the news all the way back to Mao Zedong, who said, yes, invite the team to go to China.
2 days later, the U.S. team received an official invitation to travel to China.
The last day of that competition, the Chinese delegation invited the American table tennis team to come in and extend their trip and play what they called these friendship matches. It just made news all around the world that the American team is going into China, and no American had been in there in 22 years. The surprise of it all was, we only had like a day or maybe two to turn around and say that we were going to go into China. But we all had to make phone calls back home.
So I was a minor. I was 15. I called home. I talked to my father, and he said, yes, go. It'll be a very good experience.
那时候就迎接美国队访华，也就是说我们打破了这个我们中国跟美国这个人民之间的来往就要开始了。
这个时候我记得邓颖超同志，邓大姐，周恩来的夫人，她就说：“你们真了不起啊！你们小球震动了地球，震动了地球。”我当时不是完全听得懂，我不太听得懂。我说怎么小球就震动了地球呢？后来慢慢奇迹般的发生了。
The U.S. team still faced numerous challenges. U.S. passports specifically stated that they could not be used for travel to China. That problem was solved thanks to a black marker pen.
We handed over our passports to the State Department. Our team gathered it up, took it to the State Department. They gave us back our passports, and I opened it up, and they had crossed out mainland China as a place we cannot go. It said you cannot go to mainland China. It had crossed it out. So now I guess we were good to go.
In 1971, there were no direct flights to China. It meant that the players had to walk into the Chinese mainland over a railway bridge from Hong Kong. Connie Suarez took this picture as she crossed.
We were all very apprehensive about it, though. So when I was walking across that border, and it was a armed guard border, it was an old train track, I think, where trains would go through there. And we had to pull our luggage across that train. I was really nervous about that. I thought, boy, and they took our passports, so they said we wouldn't see them again until we came back through China. So at that point, I thought, well, this is a little scary. But at that time, I also thought, they invited us in. They're going to do everything in their power to get us back out safely and have a good time in China.
On April the 10th, 1971, one of the most unlikely and influential chapters in diplomatic history took place. Time magazine described it as the ping heard around the world. 9 U.S. players, 4 officials, and 2 spouses stepped across a bridge from Hong Kong to the Chinese mainland. They became the first official American delegation to set foot in China since 1949. It opened a new chapter in China-U.S. relations. During the 10-day trip, they toured the Great Wall of China, visited national monuments, and met with China's Premier Zhou Enlai. They also played exhibition games. Some 20,000 people attended the match at Beijing's Capitol Indoor Stadium.
Playing in front of 20,000 people at the Capitol Stadium in Beijing was a big experience for us. It was an amazing atmosphere. It was really exciting to play in front of 20,000 Chinese people in Beijing. I mean, it was awesome.
That moment that I started to play, my heart actually was pounding. And I thought, you know, I hope I can keep the ball going against this good Chinese player. They were very generous. They, you know, made us look kind of good, and even we won a couple matches, but I'm sure it was given to us. But, you know, to hear the crowd, you know, clapping for you and cheering you on was really a thrill.
太高兴了，这大门打开了，他一进来，我就相信我有机会，到美国去了，我就预感到。
One top of the list is I met Premier Zhou Enlai at the Great Hall of the People, and each of us one by one shook hands with him, and then we sat down and had a conversation between our team and him. That was pretty amazing.
Shortly afterwards, in July of 1971, U.S. National Security Advisor Henry Kissinger undertook a secret trip to China. Codenamed Operation Polo, the pivotal visit aimed to normalize U.S.-China relations. In Beijing, Kissinger met with China's Premier Zhou Enlai. That then paved the way for U.S. President Richard Nixon's official visit to China in February of 1972. It was the first trip by a U.S. president to the People's Republic of China and helped break decades of hostility between the two countries. It signaled a major shift in Cold War strategy and was described at the time as the week that changed the world. Against that backdrop, a few months later, in April of 1972, it was China's table tennis team's turn to visit the U.S.
我是非常期盼，但是呢，也带着对美国的一种，美国会怎么对待我们呢？美国会欢迎我们吗？看着美国的人民，怎么对我们，很热情，很热情，对我们很好。
I think with them coming and playing these matches, it brought a personal effect and we could see the human side of these people and the friendliness of them. And I just think that really opened up the eyes of the American people that, hey, these are real people. They still are human beings and worth being friends with.
Connie's husband, Del Suarez, missed out on the 1971 trip to China as he wasn't allowed time off from work. But he was a member of the U.S. team on the 1972 tour.
You know, that everybody was rooting for us and nobody was rooting for the Chinese. The Chinese player was aggressive, so he hit the ball and I went back away from the table. He smashed the ball. I was about 20 feet back and lobbed it back on the table. And when I hit the ball, there was 10,000 people there. Oh, they all couldn't believe what was happening.
那个美国乒乓球运动的发展水平可能是不一定是很普及啊，可能水平上是我们中国队高，但是呢，我们的宗旨很清楚嘛，啊，我们是来促进两国人民运动员的友好的。
中国乒乓球队第一次在美国，在白宫受到总统的接见啊，我们留下了回忆，这是最早的。那天出现到白宫去的，就是我一个人穿着西装去，是吧？其他的是装那个中山服，哎，我觉得这是我的个性，所以所以尼克松他这特别是看到，哎呦，这不一样啊，跟这我能理解，我也笑。哎，对了，我是新一辈的孩子啊，年轻人，哎，跟世界接轨。
我印象很深，对吧？尼克松总统他讲的一段话，他说：“比赛总是有胜利者和失败者。”他说：“实际上，我们最大的胜利者就是我们两国人民，美国人民和中国人民的友谊。”
满载着美国人民对中国人民的深情厚谊离去。
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, so nice. Is that? Yeah, that was special. That's me, right here. Yeah, Capitol Stadium.
啊，看到老朋友的时候非常激动啊！50多年以前啊，首都体育馆中美乒乓球这个外交开始，我是非常的，首先是想到这大门打开了。
It's amazing to be back, and to get to see my old friend and reminisce and look at photos, some of which I've not seen before, and get to play with him. He's a superstar.
The world is run by politics. If you want to unfold the values of sport, this unifying power, you have to convince the political leaders to respect this particular role of sport. In our world today, everything is politicized, and what is politicized is divided. But sport can open the doors for diplomacy by changing the mindset of people, by changing perceptions, by giving example that we all on this planet can live in a peaceful coexistence.
This is Paddle Palace in Portland, a table tennis company and center that was founded by ping pong diplomat Judy Horfrost. Among the locals to play here is Sean O'Neill, a former U.S. national team player and two-time Olympian. He was, in part, inspired by the events of the 1970s and witnessing ping pong diplomacy firsthand.
My father was a player. When the Chinese came to Coalfield House in 1972 as part of ping pong diplomacy's reciprocal visit, we were living in Northern Virginia, and he's like, we've got to go see this.
O'Neill believes that table tennis is now seeing a resurgence across the U.S., and he emphasizes the continued importance of coaching opportunities through exchange programs.
When I started my first tournament in '76, we probably had maybe 3,200 members of USA Table Tennis. Now I think we're around 15,000, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. I mean, China's opened up so many opportunities for Team USA. We've brought the junior team to China for 3 weeks at a time. So there's a lot more of this, again, table tennis community, and it starts with those cultural exchanges.
Still to come, how the spirit of ping pong diplomacy continues to find new forms.
We're going to China.
1, 2, 3, Pickleball for all.
Pickleball has a low entry level. It's easy to pick up. And when people experience that level of success quickly, they're having fun.
Jeffrey Sullivan is the Director of Athletics at Montgomery County Public Schools.
Yes. I believe the life skills that you build through sport are genuine, and they shape better citizens, better people.
Good game, good game, good game.
Mid-January, on a snow day, I got called into a Zoom meeting and was pitched the idea of a pickleball trip, a 3-city tour. And I thought, oh, this is great. When do you want to do it? In April. 3 months from now?
We're going to China. We're very excited.
I think pickleball was the best possible medium to use going to China because it's a relatively new sport there, and it was something that most of us as athletes, it's kind of a sport that you pick up and it's very easy to learn. And in China, that was the best possible icebreaker that could have existed for us. And it gave me personally so many opportunities to just jump right into it.
喜欢? How do you say?
Ahead of the trip, students immersed themselves in cultural sessions. The focus of the lessons was to ensure the students arrived in China knowing at least some basic language, history, and cultural understanding.
But the cultural sessions were really fun. They really opened my eyes as to what we might be experiencing on the trip. I feel like that was a real turning point in its switch from pickleball to diplomacy kind of thing.
I think that gave us a very unique perspective where we were going there with the intention to learn and with the intention to adapt to a new culture and to make friends.
There are some similarities between the trip to China by MCPS students and the ping pong diplomacy visit of 1971. Not least, it was set to take place against the backdrop of increasing tensions and an escalating trade war between the world's two largest economies.
The parallels between, the current political dynamics at the time and some challenging times between the United States and China, but also back to the power of sport and how sports can be an avenue for building bridges. And we embrace that with pickleball diplomacy. This is bigger than pickleball. It's bigger than sports. You are representing the United States of America as an ambassador and going over to China and building strong relationships. And I think that mindset, our students bought right into it and embraced being ambassadors. And they are the reason that pickleball diplomacy came to life the way that it did.
On April the 9th, 2025, 31 students from Montgomery County Public Schools, along with supporting staff, set off for China. The trip took in 3 cities: Shanghai, Shenzhen, and Beijing.
Here you are in Shanghai, representing the United States.
Nice!
For Ryan Corkery, the stop in Shenzhen was particularly memorable.
I saw that my partner Harry had posted a big paragraph on his WeChat moments. And that paragraph was saying how much fun he had, how us meeting in that day was one of the best days of his life. And we're riding back to the hotel on the bus, and I just start crying. And I was like, why am I crying? And it was just the impact of all these people that we've affected. And each of them, them smiling when they see me, that has a direct impact on me.
All right, I'll be off. Thank you. Forever.
Deep down, we all just want to have fun, we want to make friends, and we want to just experience something together, I think. We all just want to connect, and I think sports do a great job of forming a connection.
I think this is something that we should aim to see more of as a country and globally. I think exchanging students, and not just students, but student athletes, is such a unique opportunity and experience that I can speak to, having been one of those athletes, changed my life, like, without question.
On his return to the U.S., Sullivan wrote a letter of gratitude to China's President Xi Jinping. In it, he praised President Xi's vision and initiative, which was announced in 2023, to bring 50,000 American students to China over a 5-year period.
It was my birthday. I woke up that morning and my WeChat, my phone was overwhelmed with messages. I was like, what just happened? And President Xi responded to our letter.
In his reply, President Xi said, "Thank you for your letter and congratulations on your successful visit to China. I am very pleased to see that the sport of pickleball has become a new bond for youth exchanges between China and the United States. The future of China-U.S. relations depends on the youth. I hope you will become a new generation of ambassadors for friendship between our two countries and make greater contributions to enhancing the friendship between our two peoples."
Just extremely honored that he would respond and acknowledge the impact of pickleball diplomacy and what our student ambassadors were able to experience, and also the gratitude that we wanted to express to be able to hear that from him.
I think the fact that we got that letter from President of China, and I think that just speaks volumes to the impact of the trip, and that we really truly were beyond successful in our mission, and which was to, you know, create those friendships and to make that experience worth something.
The more we exchange, the more we learn. The one thing that just sticks with me is how we're all the same. Like, we're not different at all.
To me, at the root of relations between diplomacy and relationships between country, it starts with one person at a time, one relationship at a time. It's got to build from a foundational base. And sports provide opportunities, I'd argue, better than anywhere else. And just think about how much better the world would be if everyone took the opportunity to embrace and learn someone else's culture.
Good, good, good. That's good. That's good. Go, continue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, come more. More. That's good. Turn your waist. That's right. Leg kick fast a little. That's better.
In a small shop in a strip mall in Union City, California, Stephen Zhang leads another martial arts class at the Zhang Kung Fu Institute.
Hey! 2 more times. Hey! Same like a robot, okay? Always turn. Always turn your body.
It's a world far removed from Zhang's upbringing in China.
Good. That's good.
I remember when I started Kung Fu is 7 years old. We watched the first movie, okay, from Jet Li and Bruce Lee. I'm very interesting, okay. I feel like so cool, you know, they can fight, they can flip, they can do anything.
1, 2, sweep.
It wasn't long before Zhang took his love of martial arts to another level, becoming a full-time student at the Shaolin Temple in Hunan Province.
When I come to studio, okay, we saw like 5,000 people same time training. I feel, wow, so cool, okay, I want to join, okay.
10 years later, age 17, Zhang was selected to travel around the world as part of an international performance group. Eventually, he settled in California, where he now runs his own martial arts school.
Because for China, when we teaching mostly like intermediate level or advanced level, but for here, everything is beginning. We cannot use China style teaching American kids, right? Okay, make sure they enjoy.
Sean is Stephen's stepson. He's both a student and a teacher at the Institute. He recently represented the U.S. at the 17th World Wushu Championships in Brazil.
To me, at first, I thought Kung Fu was really scary. You know, it was nerve-wracking entering the door and then seeing all the belts, all the weapons. He's the one who really, you know, made it fun and interactive.
Right, look at my step. One. Step forward and sweep.
I think he also brought along that aspect, that cultural aspect. And that's really important because that's part of his cultural identity. And it's something that he's able to share.
Students at Zhong's Kung Fu Institute are preparing for the 10th World Kung Fu Championships that takes place in Umeshan City, Sichuan Province.
Yes.
18 students from the Institute have been chosen to represent the U.S. at the championships. For Coach Zhong, the tournament allows him the chance to return to China and test his students against the very best from around the world.
1, 2, 3, go. Kick over. Yeah, that's good.
Number one, I'm very proud because they work every day, work very hard and they made the USA team. For me, it's a good bonding, not only for kids, all the parents too. We seem like a whole family.
Sean knows what to expect in Umeshan. He competed here in 2019.
Being able to go to a different country with multiple countries participating in it, something that's so euphorical. You're in that moment. You're able to see so many different people from so many different countries, and we're able to share that moment together and have a blast together.
That's good.
For most of the students, this will be their first trip to China.
When I'm going there, I'm going to be in awe because I'm going to be, this is the place where the thing that I've been doing for 7 years originated.
Everybody changes a little bit, their perspectives change after traveling. If I can bring something back from China, even if it's not a medal, if it's just a new perspective, I would be happy about that.
More. Okay, stop.
Thousands of students from around the world descend on Umeshan City in Sichuan Province, China, for the 10th World Kung Fu Championships.
Better, much better. Slash hard a little bit first time.
Over 5,000 participants from 54 countries attended the championships. The Zhong Kung Fu Institute had 18 athletes competing.
My main goal for this competition, obviously, is to bring some medals back home. I'm hoping to meet athletes from all over the world and get some advice from, the Chinese athletes because China is where Wushu was born.
2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Speed.
Ahead of the competition, Coach Zhong took his students to the venue. It was a chance for the team to adapt to the surroundings and focus on the tournament.
Go! Faster, more strong. Power. Next one, go! One, two, three, go!
Competition day, and Team Zhong arrived looking to demonstrate their Kung Fu skills. The level of competition was extremely high, but it included some outstanding performances from the U.S. team. In all, Team Zhong won 25 medals.
I just find it really unique that it's every country in the world is kind of coming together and competing against each other. It's not just competing because I've also made a few friends.
一起触碰在一起才能爆发出火花，只有体育，就像武术一样。
But the competition and the medals were only a small part of the story. For the students, the trip provided an extraordinary experience. New bonds were created, and it also provided greater cultural understanding.
Whole space. Wow. That is huge.
Following the completion of the championships, Coach Zhang took his students to the Ume Martial Arts Federation, located at the Thaw Temple. There, they compared kung fu skills with local martial arts students.
Balance, go. Second one. Yeah, go. Keep eyes to go. 把手往这个。再起来吹。
武术很好的沟通了，因为以比赛来说，因为我们有超过应该有5000个人，5000运动员去参加这个比赛，所以说各国之间我知道有一些分数的不同，但是在这里当比赛在一起的时候，他们就是一个很好的一个家庭。
In February this year, a group of Chinese students visited Rockville, just outside Washington, D.C., for a reciprocal pickleball diplomacy trip. It followed on the trip to China in 2025 by a group of Montgomery County Public School students that echoed the spirit of ping pong diplomacy.
Thank you for your patience for those of you who applied to go on our next trip.
Shortly afterwards, the Montgomery County Public School students then made a second pickleball diplomacy trip to China.
Like these kids that I bonded with in China, who I thought, honestly, I'd never see again. They're coming here, and we get to reignite those friendships. And we get to see them again, have more fun times, create more memories. It's just those little interactions, those little connections, they are lasting. And I think the only way you get them is through exchange programs.
I think with examples, kind of our predecessor being the ping pong diplomacy trip, I think it just goes to show the true impact. Like it just connects people and it gives you an opportunity to compete, but also to smile and to create moments that are worth remembering.
The key takeaway is diplomacy starts one relationship at a time. And we say through pickleball diplomacy, we build diplomacy and relationships one rally at a time. Focusing on the similarities and not the differences, finding common ground. But at the root of pickleball diplomacy are the relationships and the genuine relationships that were formed between our ambassadors and their friends in China.
"55 years ago, a small white ball helped change the course of history. Every day, the power of sports remains visible, continuing to break down barriers and build bridges."
The power of sport is a unifying power. It leads to the fact that you understand other people from a different country, from a different culture better. And the better you get to know people, the lesser you're at risk to become confrontational with them. And this is making sport like a glue of society.
In Shanghai, at the International Table Tennis Museum, 1971 ping pong diplomat Zheng Mengzhu reflects on the developments of the last 55 years and the work that still lies ahead.
这个我们的希望应该都寄托在年轻人嘛，是吧？一代一代的传承嘛，才有生命力。国与国之间也有生命力，世界就有生命力。友谊、和平、和谐、团结，
Thoughts that are echoed in the U.S. state of Michigan by two more ping pong diplomats, Connie and Del Suarez.
I think sports just level the playing field with everybody. I mean, when you're playing your sport and you're playing against somebody else, it's just people to people. And all of the other things, racism, ideologies, fade away.
While back at Beijing's Capital Indoor Stadium, Leon Guliang and Judy Horfrost underline those sentiments.
人民之间的友谊一定要去发展、去沟通的，争取机会。这样的话可以达到互相了解、互相学习啊，我们人民之间的来往友好，这个是比什么都重要。
The spirit of ping pong diplomacy, our legacy, really is about the power of sports and the power of people just meeting together with our common interests, how it can bring us together, how it can help us to understand each other, and how the small ball can move the big ball. And it's just, it's a lesson I would like us all to learn.
Yeah. 20.
Okay.
2, 5, 6. Big hand.
Oh, backhand?
Langsam.
Okay, coach.
langsam. 有运动天赋，练下去，你也是世界冠军。
I'll learn from the master. Thank you.
You do better than me.
Here.